गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं सीबीआईसी के जो सर्कुलर्स इशू हुए हैं ऑन 17th of July 2023 based on the recommendations given by GST Council in its meeting held on 11th of July. The most important circular out of the 8 circulars which CBSE has issued on 17 July is circular number 199/11/2023 GST. This circular is pertaining to the clarification issued by CBIC for cross charge वर्सेस ISD। इस सर्कुलर का इंडस्ट्री वेट कर रही थी फ्रॉम पास्ट 6 years क्योंकि कोई भी क्लैरिटी नहीं थी कि व्हाट mechanisms should be used for passing over the credit pertaining to the services which are provided to distinct persons to the other offices of the entity। इसके ऊपर ये सर्कुलर CBIC ने इशू किया है। पहले हम थोड़ा सा समझ लेते हैं कि ISD क्या है और क्रॉस चार्ज क्या है। सो ISD जो मैकेनिज्म है दैट वाज देयर अंडर सर्विस टैक्स रिजीम एज वेल। और इसमें बेसिकली क्या होता है कि जो सर्विसेज एक हेड ऑफिस प्रोक्योर करता है एंड दो सर्विसेज परटेन्स टू अदर मल्टीपल ऑफिसेज ऑफ द सेम एंटिटी, तो उस केस में वो ISD का एक रजिस्ट्रेशन लेना होता है और उस ISD के रजिस्ट्रेशन के अंदर जो भी इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट एक्यूमुलेट होता है उसको डिफाइंड रेशियो के अंदर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया जाता है। अगर वो स्पेसिफिक है तो पूरा का पूरा उस पर्टिकुलर ऑफिस को एलोकेट हो जाता है, और इन केस वो कॉमन है स्पेसिफिक नहीं है तो वो टर्नओवर और डिफाइंड रेशियो के अंदर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाता है। क्रॉस चार्ज जो है वो GST के अंदर डिफाइंड नहीं है कि व्हाट इज क्रॉस चार्ज, बट जनरली क्रॉस चार्ज का मतलब ये होता था कि अगर मैं कोई सर्विस प्रोक्योर कर रहा हूँ और बेनिफिट उसका मल्टीपल उसको हो रहा है तो मैं उसको क्रॉस चार्ज कर देता हूँ, उसको एलोकेट कर देता हूँ। सो GST के अंदर ये क्लैरिटी नहीं थी कि हमें जो इस टाइप की सर्विसेज हम प्रोक्योर कर रहे हैं उसको ISD मैकेनिज्म के थ्रू ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है और वी कैन गो फॉर क्रॉस चार्ज एज वेल। तो GST काउंसिल ने जैसे अपने रिकमेंडेशंस में बोला था कि एज ऑफ डे the ISD mechanism is not mandatory. Going forward, GST Council has recommended that this particular mechanism of input service distributor may be made mandatory, but as of day, the position of the law is it is not a mandatory mechanism. So, based on that, GST Council has recommended that a appropriate clarificatory circular may be issued by CBIC, and now that circular has come out. और ये बहुत ही पॉजिटिव क्लियर सर्कुलर है जिसके अंदर जो इंडस्ट्री के चैलेंजेस थे बेस्ड ऑन मल्टीपल AR रूलिंग्स एज वेल एज अर्लियर CBIC FAQ, जिसकी वजह से कन्फ्यूजन हुआ था कि क्रेडिट कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, सैलरी को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है कि नहीं करना है, उन सब के ऊपर बहुत ही अच्छी क्लैरिटी इस सर्कुलर के थ्रू CBIC ने दी है और इट्स ए वेलकम सर्कुलर फ्रॉम इंडस्ट्री परस्पेक्टिव। सो इस सर्कुलर को वी कैन डिवाइड इन 3 पार्ट्स। द फर्स्ट पार्ट of the question is pertaining to the service procured from outside parties, and that particular service may pertain to HO as well as BO, or it may only pertain to the branch offices. And the second query can be in relation to internally generated services. तो एक सर्विस तो होगी जो हम बाहर से प्रोक्योर कर रहे हैं from third party vendors, and the second can be internally generated services, like we have multiple functions which are there in a centralized head office, like payroll is there, finance is there, taxation is there, IT can be there, HR can be there. So these functions are generally performed by a head office and they are centralized. So in this case these services are not procured from outside parties, these are generated internally, so we can classify them as internally generated services. So the second question which can come up is, what is the scenario of charging GST and raising invoice on these internally generated services, whether where the full ITC is available to the branch office. And the third scenario is, what shall be the taxability of these internally generated services in case ITC is not fully available to the branch offices. So these 3 scenarios CBIC has clarified through this circular. So let's first come on to the first query, which is in case we are procuring the services from outside vendors. So in that case, the head office or the office which is procuring those services has 2 options. Either it can take a ISD registration and have obtained the invoicing on that particular ISD GSTN and then distribute that ITC to the branches to which it pertains. This is the one mode, but CBSE has said this is not mandatory and you can very well opt for cross-charging that particular cost. So in cross-charging, what we will do, we will first obtain the services in our regular GSTN and then would raise subsequent invoice onto the branch office or other offices to which that particular service pertains. So CBSE has clarified that both these mechanisms are allowable. You can go for ISD as well as cross charge, and in both the scenarios the ITC shall be available to the recipient person. And now let's move on to the second question. The second question is in relation to internally generated services, जिसके ऊपर सबसे ज़्यादा डाउट, सबसे ज़्यादा कन्फ्यूजन था कि जो सैलरी कॉस्ट हैं और जो अदर जो कॉस्ट हैं जो हम इंटरनली इनकर कर रहे हैं फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग द फैसिलिटीज़ टू अदर ऑफिसेज, उसके लिए हमें क्रॉस चार्ज करना मैंडेटरी है या नहीं है. तो CBSE ने क्लैरिफाई किया है कि एज पर सेकेंड प्रोवाइजो टू रूल 28 ऑफ CGST रूल्स, it is clear cut shown that in case full ITC is available to the recipient, then whatever value you declare on the invoice, that shall be treated as the open market value, and hence that shall be treated as open market value, and based on that the ITC shall be available to the recipient and there is no question asked on that. Further, a beautiful addition has been made in this by CBIC stating that in case no invoice whatsoever is raised by the head office, then it shall be deemed that a nil invoice has been raised, and that nil value itself shall be treated as the open market value. So in the past 6 years, in case a head office of a particular registered person has not raised any invoice for the common functions, then that it is also covered in this circular by a deemed clarification that those invoices have been raised at nil value and there is no question asked on that value because that is covered under second proviso to rule 28. So that's the clarification which has been given in case of full ITC availability in the hands of recipient. And now we move on to the third question, जिसके ऊपर कोलंबिया एशिया हॉस्पिटल्स की रूलिंग भी थी फ्रॉम AAAR, जिसमें उन्होंने बोला था कि हमें जो कॉमन फंक्शंस हैं उसका इन्वॉइस करना मैंडेटरी है. बट यहाँ पे CBIC ने क्लैरिफाई किया है कि इवन इफ full ITC is not available in the hands of recipient, then the salary cost of HO need not be included. So in case that is included, then there is obviously no issue. But even if salary cost of head office is not included for the purpose of cross charge, then that also is allowed. So in all, this is stating that whatever value you declare in the invoice, that shall be acceptable, and the field authorities won't question that value whether or not the ITC is available in the hands of recipient, to the extent the inclusion of salary cost is there. And one more thing is clear, कि in case you are procuring certain services from third party vendors and those services are pertaining to other offices of yours, other distinct persons in different other states, in that case it is mandatory either to do ISD or cross charge. You can't absorb those ITC in your books. Then that ITC shall become questionable because that does not pertain to your GSTN. You can't simply say that it is pertaining to the organization. No. In GST, we need to understand that it is a state-wise GSTN and each state is a separate GSTN and separate registered person. Thus, in case a service pertains to a different GSTN, even if it is invoiced in your name and it is coming in your GSTR 2B, even then you need to raise a invoice to the person who is actually the recipient of those services, who is consuming those services. Otherwise, your ITC can be questioned and disallowed. So in all, it's a welcome ruling and it has really clarified a lot of issues which were coming up in GST audit and various investigations. I trust you found this video useful and stay connected for more GST updates. Thank you.